What's up, everybody? Today, on the internet, we found a real-time arena tier list. Actually, it wasn't today. It wasn't today. We found it a little while ago, but I was looking at it, and I talked to a few different people. I was like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? So trying to get thoughts. For the most part, it's actually pretty good. This is not mine. The credit goes to Sam L Swagson for the live arena tier list, so thank you. That's all his stuff. So we're gonna just look at it, we're gonna see. And for the most part, like I said, it's pretty accurate. But we're gonna see if I disagree, and then we yell. I'm gonna get ragey and angry. Maybe, I don't know. So let's see what it says here. It says the following list ranks all 5-star in a selection of lower graded monsters. Keep in mind they are compared to each other. Also, I was looking at the lower graded monsters, like, why are these ones here? Like, why? I don't know why they put the specific ones that they did in here. And I think you guys will notice that too. Maybe that's just the ones that they saw while they were watching people do live arena. Keep in mind that they are compared to each other under the assumption that they have similar rune quality and runed specifically for, you guys can see that, right? Specifically for this content, defense-based bruiser or tank builds for the majority of the units. That is correct, because real-time arena units are usually built differently than, well, not always, but a lot of times built differently than standard units for, like, if you're doing scenario, I mean, not scenario, but like rifts, or for Kairos Dungeon, or for Arena, or for Guild Wars. So usually real-time arena units are built a little bit differently, and yes, defense plays a bigger role in real-time arena. That is absolutely correct. The reason that defense plays a bigger role in real-time arena and not so much in Arena and Guild Wars is that this is kind of more of a slow game. And I think Barian put it very nicely when he said it's more like Magic the Gathering. You have to kind of like build decks that you don't know what you're gonna get to keep, so you gotta build flexible. He didn't say flexible, but I think that's what he meant, is it's more like deck building than it is actually like, this is the combo, I'm going into this with all this. So you don't really think about it as much as, I need this combo to win, because if one of your units gets banned, you don't have that combo anymore. So combo units really lose value. But yeah, defense is really big for live arena because there's no Lucian, there's no Copper. I mean, there is Lucian and Copper, but there's no double Lucian, right? There's no double Lucian. There's only one Lucian, and your opponent can choose to ban it anyway. So you gotta learn to play without Lucian. That's why I think a lot of people don't like it. They're like, this takes 10 minutes for one battle, and I don't get to use Lucian. F this content. I'll just do regular arena, do 30-second battles. So yeah, the Lucian does not come into play. Lucian is really, I mean, for lower levels, like, yeah, you still see Lucian. But at a certain point, Lucian is not a thing. And you never see double Lucian because you can't pick the same monster twice, right? So, really, really big. Most of you guys know that. I don't know why I'm telling you guys that. Most of you know that, just in case some of the lower level players don't know, or the newer players don't know. But that's why. Lucian really isn't as big in live arena. So let's see. I have some things that I wanted to point out. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention is that if you're going into Guild Wars, there's a little trick I've been using. Not really a trick I've been using, but it's something that I've noticed that I try to go into Guild Wars and Arena thinking about this in the back of my head. When you see monsters that have the wings, like, you know, those live arena wings that you get if you're a certain rank at live arena, you should kind of go into it thinking maybe this unit or the other units that I'm fighting are runed for live arena and they have different builds. So they could kind of give you an insight into, when you're looking at the team, when you're trying to analyze the team that you're gonna fight, into maybe this could possibly be the rune set that they have, since they're doing since they got the wings, they're obviously doing live arena, so they want to have their monsters probably runed for live arena. And they could have just done live arena to do the event and get the wings, and then put it back on whatever the regular runes, or they could have just used their regular runes. Either way, but you gotta kind of think about it going into, when you're attacking a team, you see they have those live arena wings on them. You're like, okay, really should think about maybe this is runed a different way. Maybe this is runed a little bit tankier. Okay, so tankiness, we said tankiness does really come into play. Defense is really big for live arena. Forget the combos. it's not really about the turn 1 wins like it is in regular arena, you know, like, oh, it's the turn 1 wins, or also sometimes in Guild Wars, you know, the turn like Ciara, Ryan, Perna, oh my god. I'm not saying they're not strong in live arena, they are still strong in live arena, but it's not so much about that, and not, you know, Lucian doesn't come into play, right? So it's not about turn 1, it's about the long game, it's about monster value overall. Okay, so you want to also look at unit value. I'm trying to say like why some of these things are higher or lower on the list. I'm just getting, you guys can skip. I don't know why you want to skip ahead though. You can if you want to, but just trying to give you a little bit more information. Unit value overall. So Nat 5s are very valuable because they have higher base stats for the most part. Also unit flexibility, so things that can buff your team, can debuff the enemy's team, can do different things like heal and like can provide multiple roles. So monsters that are really good in Guild War defense usually do multiple things. They have multiple roles, and they're usually, for the most part, good live arena monsters. So that's one thing. Let's see, unit value, flexibility. Like I said, flexibility, things that do multiple things, things that can fulfill multiple roles. Defense breakers, plus healers, plus buffers, plus debuffers of different kinds that also do damage. Like for example, Veligul is a nice example because he is an attack gauge booster. He does immunity, he does cleanse, and he does damage as well. And he's defense based, and he's got a leader skill. So he's a very flexible unit for live arena. Veligul's a good unit overall though. Nothing, you can't go wrong with immunity. Ever. Almost ever. Then we have base stats. Oh yeah, the base stats and the multipliers I was saying. That's why Nat 5s are more valuable. I wrote a little list. That's why the Nat 5s are more valuable than the Nat 3s and 4s. But there's things like Bernard, who are Nat 3s that have pretty good base stats also. So, and that's I think why you'll see a lot of the monsters that you will see on here. Like a lot of the lower level monsters are because they have nicer base stats as well. Stall does not win. Guys, stall does not win. HP tanks lose value greatly in the long game because you really want to push it into the long game. If you want to win, you want to push it into the long game. That's really where you can do it quick, but you really see the higher level games going long game. It's not like 15-second win like an arena. Like, oh my god, 15-second win, 30-second win. It's like this is going on for a while, you know. Maybe, well, not too long, right? Not too long, because the longer it goes, the more your HP decreases, the more your attack power increases. But that's another thing. You don't have to have super nukes, right? As long as you control them enough. Also, control is very, very big, very important. Debuffing, cleansing, immunity is also very big. So you see those monsters that do the debuffs, that do that strip, that do immunity for your team. Those are going to be big on this list as well. And you can't, I mean, things like Rena, really, what are you gonna do? You're gonna stall, and then she's gonna lose her HP, which means her passive gets crappy, and she's like, but everything about Rena, the Water Epicon Priest, things like that get crappy in the long game, right? She loses so much value. I mean, her attack power increases, so hooray, but then anything can kill her. So, things like that are just awful in live arena. Let's see. I don't see too many people bringing Ramagas into live arena. Let's see. Well, I mean, in lower levels, maybe you could still. Crowd control is king. Crowd control is really big, guys. Everything that you have that does multiple debuffs, especially if you have multiple debuffs that also buff your team as well, like Bastet. Love her. Really, all the Desert Queens are really good in live arena, I think. Crowd control is king. And then we said defense is big, and they often have different builds. Alright guys, so now that I've just crapped out a bunch of, I mean, that's live arena basics, right? Because I think a lot of people that are watching this video, let's go all the way, I know, oh my goodness, we'll go all the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom, to the crappy ones. This is gonna be a long video, guys. I'm sorry, but not sorry, because we're gonna cover a lot of stuff here. I'm gonna give you guys, I'll try to make it quick. I'll try to, not quick, but I'll try to not make it super crazy. Okay, slot inefficient monsters. Again, this is not my list. This is Sam Swagson, so thank you for the list. All the credit goes to him. I'm just giving my input on it. Sigmaris. Okay, Sigmaris low base HP, right? Not crazy good speed. He's got a stun, he's got a freeze, there's single target. I don't think he's horrible, He also has, but his damage is based on max HP, and he needs a defense break to really do really well, right? So if you don't have that, Sigmarus is an easy monster to kill, easy monster to pick off. He really doesn't have a lot of value. The squishy nukers, you notice, the squishy nukers are the ones at the bottom. And he doesn't have, aside from the stun and freeze and attack break, but really for attack break, we're pushing it into the end game anyway. We're gonna have super crazy attack buffs just from the mechanics of the game giving us the attack buffs, so we don't really need that. Alicia, while she's great with Galleon in regular arena, especially high level arena, she loses a lot of power here because what is she gonna do? You ban Galleon, Alicia's gonna do nothing. She's there for the combo, you know? Tiana, Galleon, Alicia is a phenomenal combo, but here you can just ban one monster. Combo monsters are very inefficient here, so I agree with a lot of these on the list here, that these combo monsters that need the combos are pretty inefficient. Katarina, again, a combo monster. You need Chloe to make her good, or you need some kind of monster to give her the immunity, the invincibility, sorry, to make her good. But I think Katarina at least has some pretty nice base stats. Not bastards, base stats, which I think give her a little bit more value, but just the fact that she needs the combo to be really good. I would put her close to value of Vanessa actually here. Which Vanessa is a lot higher on the list, so I see Vanessa being a little bit better here, but I don't see them being I don't think they should be that big of a difference. Let's actually, I just want to, oh my god guys, this is gonna be like the longest video ever. I got my iPads here, so we're gonna see Katarina and Vanessa's base stats next to each other. Katarina's got 11,205 base HP. Katarina's got 11,205 base HP. Vanessa's got 10,875. Vanessa's got better defense, right? By 100 points, a little like 120 points. But Katarina's got better speed. I don't see these being that different. I mean, like, they're so far apart from each other. Like, I understand Katarina's a combo monster, but damn. I think they should be closer together. Wherever they choose to be on the list, they should be a little bit closer together. Let's see. Then we have Tashar, which squishy and needs a defense break and attack buff to be really good. He really doesn't need an attack buff. Tashar can be good with the defense, just the defense break, but he's really squishy. So, and you really use him in a combo team. A Chamomere here, though. The thing about a Chamomere is, because I know part of the reason that this list comes into play is they're like, oh well, you got to take a look at the base stats too. The squishy monsters are at the bottom. A Chamomere's got 11,000 base HP, right? He's got good attack, he's got decent defense, 571 defense. It's not like 300, well, it could be much better, but it could be worse too. But he also he's got the crowd control for slot 2, for crowd control slot 2. Tell me about that crowd control rune, buddy. He's got crowd control for skill 2, he's got the stun. He's got pretty decent base stats. I would not rune him the same for this as I would rune him for something else. I would still make him a live arena build if you're gonna use a Chamomere in live arena, but I don't think he's that bad for this. I think that his third skill does multiple damage, multiplies the damage based on the debuffs, and if you're going to be crowd controlling them, and if you're gonna have a lot of debuffs on the enemy, even as a tanky bruiser, a Chamomere, I mean, even as a more tanky build, a Chamomere actually has some more value, I think. So I don't think that he's actually that bad. I don't think he's a D rank. I would put him a little bit higher, because I think he's got more value. Also, he's got the increases of the accuracy. At least he has a leader skill, right? Then what do we have here? We have Tosi. Tosi's squishy. I don't think he brings too much to the table. He's a combo monster. You need Galleon to work with him. If you ban Galleon, he's not going to really do too much. Grogan and Siege as well. Yeah, I see the same thing, right? They're really not that great for live arena. I agree. Then we have Jara. So Jara, oh, yap with the puppy dogs. So Jara, we have the stun on turn 1. We have big damage, Dark Nova, the same as Perna's skill for number 2. We have Fiery Path, which the enemy cannot be revived. I think Jara is maybe he's got bigger base attack than Perna, but I don't think Perna even needs to be base attack. But he still has 10,000 base HP. 439 defense though, which is like nothing. So Yeah, I mean, I can see him being pretty low, but I wonder if, but I wonder if there's a way to make Jara a little bit higher though, a little bit higher on this list. I wonder if there's a way to make Jara a little bit more RTA friendly. But then again, how many people really have Jara? This is really like the light and the dark ones. A lot of these we really can't test out too much. The 4 stars, yeah, but the 5 stars are so rare, it's hard to really see what they got going on. Then we have Kumar, which is really low on this list, actually. I think he's really low. I don't think he should be this low. Same thing with Chloe. I don't think she should be this low. At least she's got the invincibility immunity. I don't think she's that bad. I think maybe I would do a Will Chloe rather than a Swift Chloe for Live Arena. Like a Violent Will, sorry. I should say Violent Will. I just said Will. But I think I would do like a Violent Will Chloe for Live Arena. I think it would be a little bit more value. She loses value because I mean her attack is based on her HP. So I see that she's less strong here than she is in regular arena, but I don't think she's that bad. I'm surprised that this Rocky is not lower though, not at D. This Kayan, okay, you guys are gonna be like, what with this Kayan? Kayan's got a defense buff. Kayan also has an AoE provoke, and he's got a defense break on the first skill. So I actually think Kayan is pretty good for Live Arena. I mean, for what he is, for a 3-star, I'm not surprised too much to see him on this list. I think that people really aren't thinking about him too much. But for Live Arena, he's actually not too bad. He's got the defense buff, right? He's got, I think his base speed, let's check his base speed. Let's check his base speed. What's up, Kayan? Where you at, boy? Where you at? Oh, 98, okay. Not really great. Not really great. Jubel has like 113 base speed, I think. Right? Don't you, Jubel? Yeah, 113 base speed. But Kayan's got, he's got a defense buff. He's got a defense break, so if we're talking about a lot of monsters that are ruined with a lot of defense for real-time arena, defense break is important. He's got the AoE provoke, which could come in pretty handy. I think Kayan is actually, I think you guys might enjoy him for that. Tower, let's see who's next. Oh, we talked about Colleen. I really haven't seen too much use with Colleen though. I mean, I wouldn't really bring her into Live Arena like unless I was low level and that's like all I didn't have much. She's a good monster overall, but I don't know. Kumar I think is still valuable. I think you change his build though for here. I think you build him with a little more defense. Thinking about a little more defense and a little more speed instead of just like super huge HP. It's a different build than arena defense build, but I think Kumar is should be a little bit higher on the list. And then what do we have here? Oh, we have Tower, right? Same thing with Chandra. I mean, I still would put Kumar a little bit higher than Chandra, but and again, different build. Tower is another one. It's squishy nukers. Really, they're good for low to medium Live Arena RTA, but for high level, I can understand why he's that low on the list. This guy, what's his name? Avaris? Let's find him. I was never really too impressed with him. I don't even know why he's even on the list. I mean, he does kill things, but where are you, Avaris? I'm trying to find Avaris. I can't find Avaris. Really, I can't find Avaris. Okay, Avaris. So he's got the first skill, Disturb HP Recovery, second skill, Brand, third skill, it's a passive, it's not a third skill. And he's got a Guild War Leader skill. I think that he's pretty low. I don't even know why he's even there on the list. His defense is nothing. Oh, no, his defense, oh sorry, I'm looking at the 5-star stats. Okay, so his defense would be higher. I just don't see why he's really anything to be excited about, unless you're going for those niche times where you're like, there's a multi-revive team, I guess, but that really wouldn't be I wouldn't be too threatened by that. I think the revives are, I don't know, I don't love them in Live Arena, but I guess maybe I'm missing out on something. Maybe I'm missing out. Ritesh, I think, again, with the Beast Monk, different build. He needs to be built a little differently with a little more defense and more speed. So speedy and higher speed, higher defense for Live Arena. Same as the other ones. Ethna, I still think that she should be. I think she should be a little bit lower on the list, and the Camera should be a little bit higher. Same with Pungbek. I can understand, you know, that's for what it is. The cool thing about Pungbek is, though, that he's got that second skill that will... Pungbek, I think... Hold on, let me look at his base stats. Pungbek, I think would have to be ruined a little bit different. 11,850 base HP. I would ruin him a little bit different for live arena. He wouldn't be the standard arena nuke build. Maybe that's what I kind of see how he's like similar to a Chamomir in that aspect, that he's got like 11,000 base HP. Did I say base defense? I meant to say base HP, right? But he's got that second skill. He's got the first skill, CC. He's got the second skill. I would ruin him differently, though. I would not ruin him like attack, crit damage, attack, or speed, crit damage, attack, like I would maybe in Arena or Guild Wars. I would ruin him a little bit tankier, and hope for him to survive a little bit longer so that he can get that damage just by running the clock down. But I think Pungbek could be cool. Zarath actually loses value here because the HP, right? Because we said the HP loses value. Also, if we're big on defense, if we got a lot of defense buffs, let's see. But he does do damage based on his max HP though. But I think the reason that he's down here is because the long game, he really loses value because he's just an HP tank. And he's got a little cleanse, which could be nice. He's got a little cleanse, but I don't think he's got great base speed, does he? He's got 96 base speed, okay. Let's see. And then we have the Light Chicken. The Light Chicken, I think, is actually pretty good here, though. Oh, you know what? Her base defense is low. Her base HP is not even 10,000. It removes beneficial effects and deals damage to all enemies and prevents them from receiving beneficial effects for one turn. And then we have... Holy Orb. Holy Orb is kind of, it's a stun, and then Arcane Blast. So we got the stuns on the first and second skills. I think she should, okay, here's the thing. She should be ruined a little bit differently for Live Arena, but her base stats make it so that she's really not good enough to be ruined differently. You know what I mean? Darian I just don't like. We're gonna not even talk about Darian. I think Darian is an overrated monster. Then we have Laura, decreases attack power. And we have a stun on her. Yeah, I don't love her for Live Arena, that light occult girl. Shazam is the same thing as the other Beast Monks. Asima, I mean, really similar in value to the other Hell Ladies, right? For this content. Then we have Trinity. We're not doing a speed nuke. We don't need Trinity really. Rahul, same thing. The Beast Monks are all on the same tier, kind of. I would put them like one tier higher, maybe though. And then we have that Dark Puppy Dog. We went through the light ones, right? Yeah. We got that Dark Puppy Dog, but he does damage based on his max HP, right? Yeah, third skill, deadly damage proportion to your max HP and brands. Additionally, so max HP, and then the same thing. We got this this Diaz. Diaz is a stall monster, but we really don't need him for Live Arena, right? What is he gonna do? Then let's go to B. Some of these in B, I don't understand. Like, some of these in B, I'm like, what? What? Okay. Zyros. Yes, I think he's very good. I think he needs to be a different build. I think he needs to be a tanky build for Live Arena. He's got low base speed, he's got low base defense. I think he's got low base defense, right? Doesn't he have like 500 and something base defense? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. 582 base defense, okay. He's got low speed, he's got 94 speed. I think he needs to be built really tanky though. Really tanky. He doesn't even have 10,000 HP. So I think he needs to be built for like high speed, right? Either despair or violent, but not as an attacker. He don't even worry about, for Zyros, for Live Arena, not even worrying about damage. Not even worrying about damage. Now I have those first world problems of being able to build one for Live Arena. It's ridiculous. Rika, I think, is a fun monster. With her first skill, she gets a lot of value. She's got the second skill, stun. She's got the third, but I would put her kind of close to Laura though. I don't really see how Rika's that much better than Laura. And Ganymede. I mean, not Ganymede, sorry. What's his face? What's his banana face? Daphnis. I'm surprised to even see Daphnis here. I really am. We have the increased cooldown, so we got that second skill, increased cooldown. He would also have to be a live arena build. His base defense is 648. And then we have big single target damage. I don't know why he's that high up. Vertiheal, I hear some really good things about him. Vertiheal on not a Dragons B10 speed team build, right? Not like, I know some of you guys like to do attack crit rate attack. Some of you guys like to do speed crit rate attack for Dragons B10. I've seen some different builds, really tanky builds for him. I know, what's his face? Anyway, but he's a really nice turn multiplier, really nice. So Vertiheal's always good, right? Hua, I'm surprised again. She's a single target monster. I want to see her base stats. Let's see Hua's base stats. Lexi, I don't know what she's doing there. Lexi, she's got really nice base speed, 117 base speed, which is crazy. She's got a defense base, she's got a brand. She's got the seduction, deadly seduction. I think she's a niche monster. Decreased recovery. So I think you pick her last if your opponent has a lot of heal. But she's so niche. I wouldn't put her to B. I wouldn't make her a B. I think Trevor's fun. I've used Trevor. That Kamoon. Okay, so the Kamoon I actually like. The Kamoon I like because he's got the passive. I don't think he does too much, plus he's based on max HP, but I think he's just he's a fun monster overall. I don't think he's bad. Who else do we see? Oh, we saw Hua. We were going to talk about Hua's base stats. I hope I'm not missing any. I think I am. Alright. Hua base stats. Oh, I can't see it. Anyway. I can't see her at 6-star anyway. I'm surprised to see Hua there. I mean, I know she's a lockdown monster, but she's single target. I think there's better stuff there. I would have put her at C. I just think that there's better stuff. I'm not really too sure why she's there. That Fire Lich is still funny to see. In theory, he's fun, but it's so RNG that you're like, what you're gonna maybe win or lose based on RNG. Like, there's enough RNG in Summoner's War. Thank you very much. Draco's nice. He's an immunity monster. He's got an AoE defense break as well. Always lands a crushing hit. Plus he's got the Violent proc for the first skill. I think Draco's a fun monster for real-time arena. Plus if you want to do double immunity monsters, I actually think I'm not surprised to see him there. But I am surprised to see Huahi. She's got random third skill. I'm thinking, are they thinking about building Huahi with a tank, like with a defense-based build? I don't. Huahi I don't understand her, but I don't think she's as good for live arena as the other ones. I think Zyros definitely should be higher. Or Zyros, Vertiheal, Draco. I can see them being a little bit higher than the others. I'm kind of surprised to see why some of these are a little bit this high on the list. I would put them a little bit lower. This Fire what's his name? Duamutef. Alright. This fire horse. So you got the first skill, deals damage to an enemy, decreases attack gauge, increases defense of all allies for 2 turns, defense, and decreases chance of receiving critical hits. I think that's really good. Alright, so if we're talking about the value of defense in live arena, a defense buffer is not bad, especially if we're thinking about like the value of defense buffer is actually really good. So I like his second skill for here. And the third skill attacks the enemy, absorbing 30% of his attack bar and stunning it for 1 turn with a 70% chance. Damage increases accordingly to your defense. So he buffs his defense. Also, he buffs the AoE buff defense, AoE crit resist. I think that's a little bit underrated. I was actually looking at this guy before, like thinking, is this guy good for live arena? And I have not seen anyone use him, but I would not be surprised if it was like, oh, he is actually good for live arena. Oh my god. Alright. Duamutef. So I'm not surprised to see him on there actually. Even though he's really lackluster in other areas of the game, I think in live arena he's got a little bit more value. But I think Lexi is a niche pick. I don't know why some of these, half of these I don't know why they're on there. Half of these fire ones. We have Camila. Camila Camilla always good, but I hear people are like to use more defensive defense subs on Camilla. Because Camilla's easy to kill. The longer she goes, she's easier to kill, but also she can't. It's hard to crowd control her. But Camilla could do. She's just a wacky like. She could get lucky and do. She works different in live arena than the rest of the game though. Because if you look at Camilla in arena, she's a stall monster. You can build her as a stall monster. You can't build her as a stall monster here. So I think people build her with defense because she still has her passive. Her passive still works, right? But she just can't be ruined as like super crazy HP and expect her to solo everything, because eventually that's not gonna work. If you keep getting turns, that's not gonna work. She can't like just stall and then stall to a draw. That's not how real-time arena works. So people are building her more defensively for live arena actually, so that she takes less damage from that as well, and then she eventually gets so strong that she can one-shot things. Shihao. I have not used Shihao in live arena actually. I don't think he's really that good for live arena because he's got the AoE attack gauge decrease, but it's an attack gauge decrease. I really would not put him at B. His base stats. Let's look at his base stats for a second. Base stats for Shihao. Not even breaking 10,000 HP. He's got good speed. He's got 115 base speed, but 637 defense. I do not see him as a really good live arena monster. I'm surprised to see him there actually. And I'm one of the people that says like, oh, Shihao's not bad. I'm talking Guild Wars, I'm talking certain arena teams. Not in, I don't think he's that good for a live arena. Lure, AoE attack gauge decrease, he's got a stun on the first skill. If your lure is fully skilled up, maybe, I could see that. Theomars, of course, Theomars is strong. Oh my god, I'm surprised Theomars is a good monster. Malaka. Okay, so if we're talking about monsters that are ruined with big defense, you take Malaka in, of course he's gonna be strong. Okay, so you kind of understand where that's coming from. And Taurus we see in the wind section too. We have Galleon, of course Galleon's always strong, attack buff, defense break. I think you run a support Galleon for live arena. I think that's the way that I would do it. What are his base stats? What are his base stats, buddy? I don't have all the base. Sorry, I don't have all the base stats memorized. I know I'm gonna get like the hate for that on YouTube. Oh my god. His base defense isn't crazy. Chilling. Okay, so the reason that Chilling is on here, and you may be thinking, why is Chilling on there? His passive, really fun. And I talked to a few other really good live arena players, like top 100 really good solid live arena players. There's so much immunity and shields and different buffs on your team, or on a team, that and especially with Rakan being so prevalent in live arena, in higher levels of live arena, because Rakan gives himself his own immunity, and Rakan is just crazy good now. Chilling actually gets a lot more value because Chilling just steals whatever buffs your enemies have every turn. So I think I would build, if I was going to build the Chilling for live arena. I'm not surprised to see him on here. I know you guys might be surprised, but he's actually pretty good. I would definitely place him higher than Shihao for live arena though. Let's see. But he's just, there's so many different buffs that he's a great buff stealer. We have Lagmaran here. Okay, so the reason that Lagmaran is here, I know you're thinking, what the hell are these here for? Why some of these wind ones? Why? We talked about Taurus. Chasun is good. We know Chasun is good. This Wind Anubis. What the hell with this Wind Anubis, man? I'm surprised to see him here. Alright, so let's go see this Wind Anubis again, because I have one as well. Not 6-starred, but I have one. We have the stuns with the first skill, prevents HP recovery and stuns. And then we have the brand with the second skill, and then we have this revives with 30% of the HP at the last dying breath, fills up the attack bar at the fullest amount. Attack bar also increased by 100% whenever revived. Okay, so they're bringing him into a revive team. I wonder if they're doing a vampire Inu? I'm surprised to see him here. I know he got the buff, he's better after the buff. Attack power increases by 100% after being revived. So, it accumulates up to 3 times. So I'm thinking that he's maybe just a tankier build. This is the first time I'm really seeing like, oh, Wind Anubis, really good for live arena. Like, I guess the verdict is still out on that one. We'll see. Or at least I have yet to see it. If he's good, he's good. Then we have... Oh, so Legmaran. Legmaran, a little bit different build, I think, would need to be a little bit tankier, but he does have, remember, he does have a crowd control third skill. There's still that. Tiana's still good, right? Tiana, if your team is crowd controlled and if your opponent's got buffs, Tiana can change that pretty fast. Very fast. Very fast! So Tiana, I'm not surprised to see her on here. She can definitely turn the tides. Even without... Don't even think about her in the combo team, right? Don't even think about like, oh, well, you said combo teams aren't as good. Even without her being a combo monster, the fact that she can cleanse your team and strip the enemy's team, like cleanse your team of all debuffs, like freeze, like if you're against a Varad, and you're like if your enemy takes a Varad and Velajoul, and they CC you, and then they put Will on their, oh, well, not put Will, put immunity. Guys, oh my god, you know what I need, chocolate milk. If they put immunity on their entire team, because I'm talking like 35 minutes non-stop, then Tiana just anti-Varad and also takes away all that immunity from the opponent's team. So I mean, even without the combo team, because she's very strong in a combo, she's still good in live arena. She's still really good. This damn Wind BK. Oh my god, guys. This Wind BK. I'm also surprised to see him here, if you guys couldn't tell. I think that they're hyping him up because he's got that attack power buff. Plus, where is he? Where is he? He's got the attack power buff plus the speed buff off the third skill. I think he would be ruined a little bit differently for live arena as well. I think he would be ruined for high speed and tankier. Instead of just the damage dealing build, he would be ruined tankier. I'm really surprised to see him here because I think that he's at this level probably because of his third skill, because of the buffs on the third skill. But still, I'm surprised to see him here. I'm surprised to see that Wind Anubis here too, though. Cichlid, I've been hearing good things about her. I know Foi. What the Foi? He was saying she's one of the most underrated real-time arena monsters. We have the harmful the air shield. Right, we have, oh, actually, you know what? She's got the first skill removes a beneficial effect, which is nice. Okay, I'll agree on that. Second skill removes all harmful effects on an ally target. Cast a shield, lasts for 3 turns. Okay. Shield is proportionate to the monster's level. And then we have Crushed Hopes. The third skill attacks, removes beneficial effect, and decrease defense, and increases skill cooldown. So I think one of the benefits of that is having 2 beneficial effect removal skills on Cichlid, the Wind Mermaid. I think that's why she's rated highly on this list, and I think I still have yet to use her, so I'm gonna defer my opinion to Foise, who says that she's a really solid real-time arena monster, and she's underrated. I will defer to him on that. But she's got 2, and I think one of the reasons that he's saying that is because she's got 2 beneficial effect. Well, she does have a harmful effect removal skill too. So, she's got the beneficial effect removal, and she's got the skill cooldown and the defense break. Right? The defense break first, and then skill cooldown on top of that. Mav is a really strong monster overall. Cooldown, I mean, he cleanses, he strips 1 harmful effect, right? He's got a stun, he's got a provoke, and he's got a speed buff. So I think Mav's a very strong monster. They buffed him like a year ago or whatever, and he just became so crazy good after that. Okay, so let's talk about these light ones that I'm kind of shocked to see some of them here. Bella's good. We know Bella's a good monster. This Light Serpent, again, I think it's because of the passive and because of the beneficial effect removal from the first skill. I'm surprised Mantura's not on here. I didn't see Mantura on here anyway, unless Mantura is higher. No. So that's the first. Okay, so that's one thing I'm gonna have to disagree with. I think Mantura should definitely be. If we have the light one on here, we should have Mantura on here. And then we have this Light Undyne. She gives invincibility for 3 turns, I believe, right? I believe she gives invincibility for 3 turns. But some of these light monsters, the verdict is still out on actually seeing them perform in live arena. Where is she? She's somewhere. Removes 2 harmful effects on the ally target, makes them invincible for 3 turns. And then we have the Mind Shock, which is the cooldown. The cooldown is really nice. The cooldown is really nice. The first one... Oh, the first one also... So the Light Undyne, the first one, I keep forgetting about this. Removes a beneficial effect with the first skill. Okay, so that's why she's on there. I don't know why Lewis is on here. Is he on here because... I mean, I can see the Light Undyne, right? Removal of beneficial effects, because, you know, immunity is really big here. Really big in Real-Time Arena. And then cooldown. If she gets a violent proc, she can strip something, and then cooldown, like, set the enemy's cooldown, which is great. And then she also does the cleanse, single target cleanse, and then invincibility for 3 turns. 3 turns, guys! 3 turns, oh my god. But Lewis, I'm surprised to see Lewis here. I really am. I really am. I don't know why he's here. He's got the stun the first skill, which is good. He's got randomly decreased attack speed with the second skill. He's got illusion of magic with the third skill. HP ratio of you and the target will be evened, and both will become invincible for 2 turns. Long cooldown though. I'm really surprised that Lewis is this high. Guys, I'm as curious as you are about that. I'm as curious as you are about that one. Let's see, who else? Molly. Molly actually I think is overrated right now for here. I don't think Molly's overrated in general. I think she's overrated for here. Because we got the glancing debuff, and we have, I mean, because it's a stall thing, right? It's a stall thing, but we're not, this is not arena defense. I don't think Molly brings as much to the table here as she does in arena defense. It's a very different mechanics. Mechanics. I like Molly. I like Molly overall, but I think she's a little bit. I wouldn't put her that high on the list. Hwadam, I can see Hwadam being good, but again, he loses value because of the HP. Because the HP is going to keep going down. So I don't know that he's super valuable. He's got the AoE second skill, but again, I'm not sure. I mean, he's good. He's a good monster. They're good monsters overall, but I think they're a little bit less value here. They're, at least give me this, they're a little bit less valuable here than they are in regular arena. And then Kabila, she's got the first turn advantage, but it's not as strong here. And yeah, it's good, but I'm not sure why Kabila is so high on this list. I would put Kabila. Is Bernard on the list? I don't see Bernard on the list. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, there's Bernard. Bernard's there. All right, but Bernard, I would still put Bernard higher. Yes. Okay, I could see that. Let's see this light Hobag. Light Hobag. I know I talk too much. Shh. We got the same as Hwa's first and second skills, and then we elongate harmful effects on the enemies. Damage increased by 30% if the enemy's HP is below 50%. If we're gonna put things like her on there, if we're gonna put things like Peng, I mean, yeah, she's good, but I'm surprised she's this high. I really am. I'm not entirely sure why she's that high. But this big booty hoe, big booty bombing hoe, Dover, I'm not surprised. Okay, Dover, he's got the, basically does nothing with the first, he just an attack, increases with the harmful effects. Time Bomb, installs bomb, goes off after 2 turns, and increases attack bar by 50%. I mean, bombs, we said, are strong here because there's a lot of defense-based monsters. Defense is bigger here. Defense buffs. Flash Bomb, attacks all enemies with a bright light, and decreases attack gauge by 50%, stuns for 1 turn with 60% chance. So decrease attack gauge and stun. That's big crowd control skill. Big crowd control skill plus the bombs. I think he's definitely stronger than Malaka here. So yes, I can see why he's here, right? I can see why Dover's this high on the list, but I'm just not so sure about some of the other ones. And then we have some of these. You know what? I'm really not gonna say too much about some of these. I know Grego's very, very good. I think Faye is very good. I don't know that I would put Han that high on the list. I think I would definitely put the Vampire this high. But I don't want to say too much about some of these, because I really haven't seen them too much in use in Real-Time Arena, right? So some of these I really don't want to comment too much on. We got Lydia. Damage proportion to the enemies, same as Tiana, right? Damage proportion to your attack power. Reflects 30% of the incoming damage. I don't know that she's necessarily should be this high on the list, this Lydia. And I'm not sure. Let's see this Desert Queen. Curse the Beautiful, love it. Great thing, great thing. Immune against inability effects and enemies can't resist the skills. Okay, yeah, I can see her being that high. I can see her being that high. Because we do resist, No resisto. Because also, people like to stack defense, not stack defense. Well, they do like to stack defense, but they like to stack resistance high in real-time arena too. So, if she can't be resisted, that's extra value. Mi Ying. AoE decrease attack power. Why are we I'm not entirely sure why Mi Ying, the Dark Panda, is this high on the list. I can understand with the revenge and the bombs. I can understand why the Dark Joker is. I can understand why Grego's such a good monster. I really like Grego. I also kind of understand why Corona's this high, because let's take a look at Corona's. It's because of his third skill. Corona, the dark bouncy boy, dark brownie magician. Damage proportion to your max HP on all enemies, removes harmful effect on the enemies, and puts to sleep equal to the number of effects removed. So basically, you're like, why would you want to cleanse the enemy, but you put him to sleep? Sleep is really big here. Sleep is crowd control is really huge. Sleep. For however, I mean, if you have crazy amount of harmful effects on the enemy and then you follow it up with Corona, that could be brutal, man. That could be really brutal. So, yeah, I could definitely see that. Basalt, provoke first skill, AoE decrease defense, and a defense buff. If you notice, a lot of the defense buffs are pretty high on the list. Defense buffers. And then what do we see? This dark, we're gonna look at the dark lollipop girl. Dark lolly. She's got the same as the other occult girls. Recovery amount proportion to your attack power, and then we have Dark Guardian Angel. I'm surprised that she's we're at B tier. I'm not surprised she's that high. Actually. Okay, so we went over all these. All right, and then we have some of these I don't understand. Okay, let's see. Vanessa. What does Vanessa really bring to the table? A revive? Vanessa's way too high on this list. Good overall moveset and scaling. Okay, speed leader, good, right? Vanessa right next to Rakan? Hell no. No. I do not see that. I do not see that. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why. Brandia also, I don't understand why Brandia. I do understand Tessarion to a point. He has multiple builds that you can build for him. Also, he's really good against passives, and a lot of the high monsters on this list are passive monsters. I understand that. Okay. He's got a defense break. He's pretty flexible. He's got good base stats. I can understand Tessarion on the list. He's got a resistance leader skill. I understand that. Sekhmet, phenomenal monster. Totally understand why she's on the list. Juno, she's got a stripped. Understand why she's on the list too. Also, if you try to put too many buffs on her, she's not a fun monster to use, but she gets the job done. So, they kind of could mess up some of their strategies if you put Juno in your team. I can see that. And then Chiwu, of course, has got the speed leader. He's got a strip. You know, everyone likes to use immunity. So, in real-time arena, so definitely. But I would not put Rakan, Juno, Sekhmet, Chiwu, I would not put them next to Vanessa and Brandia in real-time arena. I have no idea why that's there. I have no idea why they're the same tier. Are you thinking, I mean, is this because of her leader skills? But it's HP and that goes away eventually. Is this because you can build her super fast and tanky and then still do lethal damage with her third skill? I guess, you know what, I guess we'll have to try it out and see, because I have a max skilled Brandia. We can try it out and we can see if like speed, defense, HP, and try to get good value subs. Just put like really valuable runes on her and see if we can make her work. It'd be really tanky, but I'm really don't know why she's there. And I've seen Foix. He's usually ranked really high in live arena. I've seen him use Vanessa. I just still, even though I see him using her, I still don't think she's that highly that valuable in real-time arena. I'm sorry guys, I still don't see it. You can disagree with me. Totally understand if you disagree with me, but I don't see it. Rakuni, I like Rakuni. I think Rakuni is a really, really strong 3-star monster. I do. I think he's a really strong 3-star monster. I don't know why he's this high on the list. I would maybe put him B. I would put him at a B. I think he's a little too high. Little too high. Same thing with the Fire Panda, I would put him at maybe a B. He's good at, I mean, he's a defense-based monster. So maybe that's why he's in the A tier? Perhaps? I'm curious on why Vanessa is that high. Guys, I have Vanessa at the same tier as Praha, as Chow, as Annabelle. I mean, Praha, Chow, Annabelle, I see them being this high. Beth! Really? Beth? Beth is this high? Beth is an A tier live arena monster? I wouldn't put her that high. I mean, like, I know I'm nitpicking, but I'm just trying to see, I'm trying to get where they're coming from. Decrease defense and serve HP recovery, destroy max HP by inflicted damage. Are you saying, I mean, are you saying that she's that high based on her, maybe they're saying that she's that high based on her base stats? And you could ruin her tanky, and you could also use the leader skill of the HP. But I have not tried Beth in this. I'm just really surprised why she's this high on here. Yang, okay, she's got beneficial effect removal. Mine never likes to remove beneficial effects, but I understand she's got beneficial effect removal, she's got a cleanse, and she's got a heal based on her attack power. And the attack goes up, of course. I don't know that I would put her at A. I would put her at B. I don't think she's horrible though. I can understand why she's there. And then we have some of these. Okay, so Sonnet the Hedgehog, Sonnet the Water Heart Magician. I understand why she's here. She's got a lot of sleep. She's got really big crowd control, is great. Bastet, she's got both team buffs and she's got debuffs. They're very strong. I totally agree with those. Are very strong. Konomiya. The nice thing about Konomiya, he's got a full research, right? Full research. Well, he does have a research. He's got a cleanse. He's got a heal. He's got a stun, which is nice. I do like to use Konomiya. I struggle with the theory that he's as good as Bastet and Samoth. I would have to disagree there, but I do think he's a strong monster. And then we have Molong. I think Molong is a fun monster to use. Definitely, I would put him that high. I just don't know if Beth and Konomiya are that high. Okay, so the water, in theory, the Water Frankenstein is pretty good. He's got, if you put him on at least a set or revenge, he's got a stun on the first heal. He's got AoE provoke. The provoke seems to never land, especially in real-time arena with high resistance. You don't have to worry about him being Lucianed. I think that A tier is too high. He shouldn't be A tier though. I would have to disagree on the A tier though. I don't think he's that bad, but putting Tractor above things like Camila and Theomars, I don't understand. And things like Chilling, because I think Chilling is actually pretty good in live arena though. I think Chilling is actually pretty good in live arena. I think he's underrated. I don't know that the Tractor should be that high though. I think that one of the reasons that Tractor is that high is based on that he's a defense monster and you're using a lot of defense buffs. I think that that's maybe why he's got control skills, but it just shocks me that he's that high. We have Jameer. Jameer's a team player though. Jameer's a team player. By himself, if Jameer's the last one, he's not gonna do anything crazy, but Jameer's a team player. Flaw, again, I'm gonna defer to Flaw, because I did talk to him the other day about it. He said that Jameer was one of the most underrated real-time arena monsters. So I'm gonna go with him on that. I don't have a Jameer. I haven't played with Jameer. I haven't really fought against Jameers in real-time arena. I will defer to him on that. Also, the cool thing about Jameer is that you can ruin him as a support monster, and he just makes all your other monsters better. So he's got that flexibility at least. His first skill and his second skill are nothing. He's got the speed lead though, but you could ruin him. You could ruin him with high defense. So there's at least that. You could throw some defense runes on him. It's not one of the nice things about real-time arena is you could just like you're like, where do I use all these defense runes? Real-time arena, because you can't use them regular arena, right? So real-time arena, yes. And then Charlotte, attack gauge decrease. I'm not sure why Charlotte, and she's got the stun, she's got the first skill who can proc her into another skill. I like Charlotte. I'm not understanding why Charlotte and Rika, man, the attack gauge decrease is kind of nice. Slow is kind of nice though. I still think they should be, now I'm just splitting hairs though. I'm just struggle with her being, I'll give it to him. We could put her up there, I guess. But I don't know why some of them are so far apart. Like one is a C and one is an A. They're not that super crazy different. So we have Leo, which is a great monster. I think Leo's definitely good. He's got a good leader skill. He's got a great passive. Delphoy, I know some of you guys might be like, why is Delphoy up there? Delphoy, she's got that cleanse, she's got the immunity, she's got the skill cooldown, she's got the speed break. Delphoy, I think, is a phenomenal monster. I love Delphoy. She's got the defense buff leader skill, guys. Defense leader skill. We were saying how defense is good here. Immensity, I know some of you guys might be like, Immensity really that high? Again, defense. We're looking at these defense leader skills. Defense leader skill. Then we have a defense buff. And then we have Bernard is always a good choice, right? Bernard's got great base speed. He's got good base stats too. I don't know if he's necessarily an A tier monster. I would still maybe put him a B for, well, then again, I don't know. Bernard's great. I love Bernard. I wish I 6-starred mine sooner. It took me a while, guys. It took me a while. But you see a lot of defense based things here. I don't know about this brand. I don't know. Okay, then we have light dark 5 stars. Yay. Chamey, hold on, Chamey is the best real-time arena monster ever. Let's look at Chamey, because I know some of you guys are like, Chamey, really? Let's look at her. Let me find her first. Okay, Chamey, she's got the, what does she have? Disturb HP for her first skill. Recovers the same amount as damage dealt for her second skill. And then we have removes all harmful effects. Comes back to life with 100% HP. Gain 50% increased attack power and defense every time you use reincarnate. Accumulates up to 5 times. So I think they're doing a hybrid build on her, Chamey. Like a speedy Chamey with a hybrid build. And every time she uses reincarnate, she buffs her attack power and defense. Oh my god, what a fun monster. She was just changed though. So I forgot what exactly happened after her change. But that's exactly what happened after her change. So yeah, I don't know if she's A tier, but I think she's probably not that bad for real-time arena. Miyang, I think is great. She's got a defense, she's got a cleanse, she's got a defense buff. Not a cleanse, sorry. She's got a cleanse. Where's the cleanse? She's got a defense buff, she's got a heal. It's a 3-turn defense buff. I think she's really, really good for real-time arena. I would put her Swift. Catch people off guard. Because then you have the defense break right away. Or you have, I know mine's on Violent Will. Is she on Violent Will? No, she's on Violent, I'm not going to tell you which, I'm not going to tell you what she's on. But I would put her, Swift. She'd be really dangerous on Swift. Like really high speed, because no one would be expecting it. But yeah, I think I would put her on Swift for if I was ruining her just for real-time arena. Okay. Then we have Arya, the Light Succubus. No surprise, she's crowd control monster. She's got glancing hit, she's got sleep, she's a really good monster. High speed for her, decent accuracy. Yes, I can see her being good. Yona, she's the revive with the defense buff. So I can also see she's got a defense buff, she's got a heal, she's got a revive. I don't know. I mean, I also struggle with, I don't understand why revive is rated so highly. Aside from the fact that yes, you want to push it into late game. I know that. I know people want to push things into late game. That's why we see a reviver here. We see a reviver here. What other revivers do we see? Vanessa. Maybe that's why Vanessa's up here. so high, but I think the revive's a little. I would rather just not have them die in the first place. That would be my strategy. Don't die in the first place, and then you don't need to revive. Light Barbaric King. Light Barbaric King this high though? This high? Really? Really? I know in Guild Wars, yes. Attacks confined, attacks an enemy target, depleting its attack bar and stunning it for 1 turn. When it's on cooldown, your speed, blah blah. Okay. Depletes attack gauge and stuns it for 1 turn. I'm wondering if they're using him different build. I'm not even talking about an attack build. I'm wondering if they're using him as a like defensive build. Like really fast, using him as a support monster to shut down the enemy and not even worrying about doing big damage, just worrying about doing the damage after the timer is down and you get the attack buffs and the enemy has the less HP. I'm thinking that's why they're putting him up here and not thinking about him as a nuker, but thinking about him as a support monster. Then we have Tion, Light Garuda. Damn revivers! Damn revivers. The defense monster, okay, Grago, defense monster takes 5 hits to kill him. I see why he's that high on the list. He already buffs his own immunity. He's got the provoke and stun on the first skill. I see why he's that high on the list. What's her face? What's her bananas that I have? Ilyana. She's got the glancing hit first skill, the light neostone agent. Glancing hit first skill, cleanse on 1 ally and fills up their attack gauge on the second skill, and then the neostone field, invincibility and endure. Invincibility to 1 target, endure on the other target's 3rd skill. I don't know why she's this high. I don't. I have her. I've used her. I have her at 6 stars. I have good runes on. She's on Violent Will. I've used her. I think she can be useful in certain things. I have no idea why she's this high on this list. I'm baffled by that. Especially next to Tableau, the Light Dice Magician. You look at Tableau, he's a new monster that just came into Summoner's War. He's got the Returned Dice 3rd skill, makes all... The 2nd skill, actually for starters, stuns if the enemy is greater than 7 and decrease the attack speed if the enemy is less than 7. Right, so we see AoE. It's good. That's good. We see that. And then we have the decreased defense, unrecoverable, and glancing hit for the first skill, and he has a chance to go again too. Really nice. 3rd skill, Return Dice, the biggest one of all, makes the attack bar of all enemies and allies change to 0 and increases attack speed of all allies for 2 turns. Can't be resisted, ignores immunity, and he's got a leader skill of speed. You're telling me that he is at the same level as Ilyana? I would have to disagree. I'm sorry, but I would have to disagree. I think he's way higher than this. I think he's S tier for this. I think he's S tier for Real-Time Arena. I really do. I think Ilyana is maybe C tier. I would put Lewis the Phantom Thief at the C tier too. I mean, yeah, you want to draw, like you want to make the fights longer, but she doesn't bring enough to the table, in my opinion. There's other stuff that you could. There's better options. There really is. Then we have, what else do we have? Okay, so we have, let's see, I talked about all the light 4 stars, right? Oh, I talked about, well, these ones are very, very good. They're light dark nat 5s, right? They're no surprise there. We got the immunity, we got the cleanse. Hold on. Or am I thinking about Lema? I think I'm thinking about Lema. The Oracle. We have removes all harmful effect and immunity. Yeah, no, I am thinking of him. Okay. Really solid nat 5s all around, though. No surprise there. And then we have this Nyx could be a pain for Live Arena. I see that. Varus, this Dark Griffin, good for Live Arena. I don't know about A. I don't know about A tier. I think maybe B tier. He's not bad for Live Arena, right? And we'll talk about him for a second, because I know you guys are like, why is he up there? But I'm surprised that he's there, and Mantura is not. Mantura's got 2 AoE skills, removes a harmful effect with the first skill, defense break, dots, slow. Mantura's really, really good for Live Arena, I think. I'm surprised that Mantura's not even on the list. But yet, Varus is at A tier. So... And again, I'm not trying to, I know it's going to be like, oh, Jubego being so mean. No, I agree with most of the list, right? I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to focus on the ones that are like, I'm like, what? So Dark Guardian passive increases defense by 50% and recovers 20% of the damage inflicted to enemies as HP. So we got a self-defense buff. First skill does damage based on attack speed, and the second skill is going to... Hold on. Oh, and stuns. I was like, what did I forget? I was like, and stuns. He's got a stun with the first skill, right? If we crit. And then we defense break and we attack break. But also he's got good base stats too, Varus. So, and a defense buff. Because we're talking about defense being good. I don't see him being that high though. We see the Dark Harp Magician, the new monster. Let's take a look at the Dark Harp Magician too. Are we done with the music? Come on, music. Do your thing. Wow, I outlasted the music, guys. Talk about that. Chocolate milk time. Wally Young. Okay. Glancing hit first skill. The Dark Sky Dancer. Increases attack power and heal. And then, according to how low your HP is, ignores damage reduction effect on the enemy when your HP is under 50%. So ignores the defense buff, is what they're saying with Wally Young, the Dark Sky Dancer. So maybe that's why she's high on this list. I would put her B, though. That's where I would have her. She does have the speed leader, though. 28%. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Very good. Dark Vivachel, the Dark Harp Magician, though. We have this immunity for 1 turn. Dark Nat 5, though, I think she should be more than 1 turn. Recovers HP of all allies by 20% each, grants immunity for 1 turn. I think that should be more than 1 turn for Dark Nat 5, though. Come on, man. Song of Switch Destiny switches the current attack bar and HP with the enemy, excluding the boss or another ally target. This can't be resisted, ignores immunity. So she ignores immunity, right? And switches the current attack bar and HP. Could be really clutch. I think she needs a little bit. I don't know. I haven't used her as much. I really haven't used her, but it just seems like she could have a better second skill. She could have for Dark Nat 5. For Dark Nat 5, guys. I guess I would have to see her more in action. She could be really good for a real-time arena. I definitely see her being good for that. But what else? Mananananan. Well, Mananananan, he takes a buff off. He will strip a buff off your enemy, and he'll do big damage. Nice monster. I think, again, not a full attack build. He would have to be a hybrid build for this. Veramos, I've seen one of the really good Veramoses. If you want to check out Hecate, usually really high in Live Arena. Her Live Arena Veramos is speed, crit damage, HP. His first skill is based on his speed. His second skill is based on his HP. He's got the stun. He's got the cleanse passive. Who's surprised that Veramos is good? Who's surprised? But she uses him as, and he can nuke too. Speed, crit damage, HP. He will start nuking when the timer goes down, right? So he'll help you get those debuffs off, but he'll also when the timer goes down, man, forget about it. He'll start doing big damage. And then we have Dark Pioneer. He's a stripper. This Zaratu, I think they're referring to as Zaratu that is not full attack build. I think they're referring to Zaratu as a tanky build. So it's not really the same build as normal. It does big damage, right? But you would do like a hybrid Zaratu for that. All right, so we're going up to the S tier now. Oh God, Joe stop talking! I can't take it anymore. Perna, phenomenal. Perna is amazing. She's got a heal. I mean, Perna's just got everything. She's got her own revive. She's got a heal. She does crazy big damage. She's got the stun on the first skill. I'm not surprised to see Perna here. Leica, really good. He's got that awesome passive now. These monsters have really good passives. There's really nothing you can do against them. These are monsters that are strong in real-time arena, as well as strong in Guild Wars, and also regular arena too. But I think the thing with Perna's got low base defense. But I see some people that ruin Perna for real-time arena is that they ruin a very fast, very tanky Perna. And Perna will still do big damage, especially after the timer goes down. Perna's still gonna do big damage with his second skill. Crazy damage. Laika, he needs to be hit 5 times to kill, so yes, I see the value in that. Cannot be one-shotted ever. Wang can't be crowd controlled. Really good for Live Arena. If one of the keys is you need to crowd control. Plus, if you're going long battles, who else is better at a long battle than something that gets stronger over time, right? So Wang definitely I see him being high on the list. That's another reason I think for the Light Serpent here, that the Light Serpent gets a little love there. And then we have Ariel. Ariel does have the really great healer. Attack gauge booster now. I think maybe that's why he's S on the list. Because otherwise, I think before his buff, maybe he would be A on the list. I think before the buff, Praha would have been better. I still think Praha should be a little bit higher. I think Praha should be a little bit higher. I know Chao is really good. I know Annabelle is really, Annabelle is really good. I know Bastard is really good. I know Samoth is really good. I mean, all these monsters. Some of these I just don't know about, right? Because I think some of the A's I would put at S, but I think that's splitting hairs though, because like, it depends on what situation you're in. If you're in this certain situation here, then oh, well, Praha's not as good as Ariel. Sometimes Ariel's better, sometimes Praha's better. It's splitting hairs, but she does have an AoE cleanse, not an AoE cleanse, an AoE strip as well, which Ariel does not have. He's got more heals, but she's got, and that's why I think that she's better. But he does have that attack gauge buffer too now. And we got Wusa, who has the shield and the invincibility. Invincibility is huge here. I know we're already getting into the double SS's. Damn boy. Which is very big. Like I said, immunity is huge here. Poseidon, he's got basically like Varad. Poseidon and Varad, very close. One has a speed break, the other one has a freeze. Certain situations one could be better than the other. I personally like Varad better. That's of course why you see Varad there. Orion, actually, I'm surprised that he's S tier here. I like to use, okay, so for my personal things, Orion is like one of my first picks. He's got the leader skill, he's got the strip, he's got the AoE defense break, he's got, I wonder if I would rune my Orion actually differently for Real-Time Arena though. If I had a second one, I would rune one probably differently for Real-Time Arena. But he's got the strip, he's got the defense break, he's got an AoE defense break if you need it, which I always regret using every time I use it, and he's got the violent proc first skill basically, he's got built-in kind of violent proc. I don't know that he's as strong as the Water Pioneer though, for this. I feel like the Water Pioneer I would place him higher than Orion, even though Orion is a monster that I always bring into Real-Time Arena. Does that seem weird? I think if I had Wusa, I would bring him first, right? But I could definitely see why all these guys are here. Again, I think the Praha and the Annabelle should be a little bit higher. I really like Chao, Chao's so good now. Bastard is so good now. Man, I really feel like those should be a little bit higher. That's splitting hairs though. Let's talk about these wind ones. Come on, wind monsters. Ciara, great monster. We have Xingzi, or I mean, I know I'm saying it wrong. He's good. I like that with the Revenge is very strong. I always feel like he's a little bit overrated in my opinion. I understand that I'm alone on that. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying he's good. I'm just, every time I see him on he just doesn't ever really do too much crazy nonsense to me. Maybe I just have good RNG against Xingzi. Maybe that's just the case. Still, I think he's better than Eladriel. I'm surprised to see Eladriel so high on the list. I think one of the reasons probably that Eladriel is high on the list is based on the defense. He does damage based on his defense with his first skill. So you can rune him for a speedy defensive build. I can understand that. And then we have the enemy stripper. So of course we have enemy stripper, plus he has his silence you fools. So I definitely see him here. I see Ciara here, very nice, because she's got, of course, if we're talking about things that are very high defense, Ciara's got a bomb, ignores defense. There you go. She also has a speed leader skill. I understand why CR is here. She also buffs her attack gauge with the first skill. Totally understand that. Xingzi, I'm not gonna, I mean, you know, it's just my personal preference, but, you know, I don't see him being, that's not too crazy to see him up here, honestly. Ariel, Eladriel, kind of feel like he's a little bit too high on this list. Kind of feel like he's a little bit too high on this list. But some, in arena defense lists, I see him being a little too high too. So yeah, I understand he's defense-based attacker, right? He's got damage. He's not an attacker, but he's got damage based on his defense. He's there to prolong the fight. He's got a good leader skill. He's got a good revive. It does make him a little weak though. But if he's on Violent Runes, which he always is, then he gets another turn. He just heals himself to full. So as with Violent Runes into the picture, then yes, it's a fantastic revive. It's a full revive. No drawbacks really, cause Violent Runes. We have the Panda. You guys know my feelings on the Panda. The Panda's getting better. I will say this: the Panda, maybe he just needs skill ups, but Panda, he's getting better the more I skill him up. He's getting noticeably better than the skill ups even say that he should be getting. But I did notice he's been getting better. So I'm starting to like you more, Panda. Panda. Just don't ever get a defense break on him because he's gonna die really fast. Olivia, I think, is a little too high. A little too high on the list. I think the thing is, you see a couple really solid players, really good players that are using Olivia. She's got a defense buff, right? And she's winds up being S tier. I think that Eladriel and Olivia are just the fact that some really good players use them. I don't think that they're necessarily S tier. I look at their skill set, I'm like, okay, they're good, they're not bad, but I feel like there's better stuff. I feel like we're talking about S tier here, man. We're not talking about, I mean, like, put them at A tier. I'm like, okay, A tier, that's good. Got defense buffs. Also, the cool thing about Olivia is you can choose who to go. That's one of the things that they utilize. The top level players that use Olivia, one of the things that they utilize is not just the defense buff. With them swift Olivias. Let's go find Olivia. So we'll see what we're talking about. She doesn't have an arena leader skill either. She's got a guild battle leader skill. She's got the glancing hit for her skill. She's got briefing, removes all harmful effects on an ally target, fills up the ally's attack bar. Okay, but when we fill up the attack bar, we can kind of temper our turn order to see who needs to move next. Do we need this kind of skill do we need this kind of skill next, or do you need this kind of skill next? Do we need to cleanse our team? Maybe we have a bunch of debuffs on. Do we need to strip the enemy? Maybe we do that. Maybe we have a defense break on one of the enemies and we need to kill, so we need to bring someone who's got potential. We need to research someone who's got, I know I'm saying research, someone who's got potential to kill something. So that's one of the real things that they do with Olivia. Plus, that turn 1 lockdown attacks the enemy 2 times with each attack, decreasing attack bar by 25%, and defense buff for 3 turns. If you have a defense buff and a defense break, it basically cancels each other out. Basically. Right? Because defense break, oh my god, we got defense broken, and then you stick the defense buff on top of that. Defense buff for 3 turns is really big. So, constant defense buff on your team is pretty strong. So those are really the 2 things. Those are really the 2 things. It's that you give yourself that opportunity to say who needs to move next. You will move next now. But that's also one of the reasons that Konami is on this list. And I think, where's Konami? Learn your elements. Actually, they are pretty close. They are pretty close in. Not surprisingly, they are pretty close in being able to select who moves next. One of the things that bumps me out is that this Konami resurge is not a full resurge. It needs to be, the consoles needs to change the skill to say, okay, this is a 90% resurge, 95%, whatever, fills up your attack gauge almost all the way, but it doesn't fill it up all the way. It's not 100% you move next, right? It should be, the wording on the skill is, this monster should move next. But you can still get interrupted, which is not an actual resurge where they move next. So, that bums me out, man. That bums me out. Alright, so let's talk about other... Damn, all these monsters up here. You see, these Nat 5s, these Light Dark Nat 5s are really hard to place because you don't see enough gameplay with them. Let's see. We have Oberon. Ignore defense. Oh, let's go Akroma first. Akroma can't be debuffed. Phenomenal, great. Lema, Lema's a great monster. She strips, which is very, very big here. I totally understand why Akroma and Lema are both on here. We have Jaeger on here too. Very strong monster. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go. I want to read Jaeger's passive again. Because he doesn't see. I know. Why does he be useful all the time? That's why we know what he do. He does big. He's flexible, right? He's got good base stats. He's flexible as far as how you can build him. He's got the King's Rage passive, gains immunity against inability effects, increases your attack power by 50% each time your allies become incapacitated, which is really great. Accumulates up to 5 times. Really great for real-time arena, right? Immunity against inability effects, and every time your allies become incapacitated, which is what you're doing in real-time arena half the time, what we're trying to do, gains a lot of value. Plus you have that defense buff leader skill as well. And then we have this Eleanor. What's Eleanor's third skill? Sacrifices 10% of an ally's target HP to grant a turn instantly to the target. Decreases the skill cooldown of all allies by 2 turns. Okay, skill cooldown. It's just like a little Mav. Little Mav, little Jameer. And then instantly gain a turn to the target. So it's a resurge. It's Jameer plus Olivia's second skill, right? And then we have the same second skill as... And she's got good base defense. Her base defense is 714. Her base speed is 111. Okay. I was gonna say maybe she's a little bit too high on the list, but actually I think she's I think she's pretty good. I don't think she's too high. Then we have Oberon. The cool thing about Oberon, if he didn't have his second skill I think is what puts him this high on the list. The attack power is crazy, right? The attack power leader skill. He's got the removal of beneficial effects first skill. Great. Removal of beneficial effects first skill is really, really strong here in real-time arena. Ventilate. Basically a Jameer for single target, right? Great. And then we have ignore defense. Beautiful. Why is that good for real-time arena? Well, if we're using a bunch of defense buffs, ignore defense is gonna be a pain. Totally understand that. Totally understand that. Then we have Yin Hong, Light Sky Dancer. First skill, Glancing. Second skill, 3 times removed beneficial effects. Increases attack bar of all allies by 15% per each beneficial effect removed. Nice! Alright, damage proportion to the attack speed. She's got good base attack speed. Charges allies attack bar to the fullest. The third skill charges allies attack bar to the fullest and recovers the HP by 50%. Your attack bar is also increased by 50%. So again, research on the third skill is very strong. That's one of the things you see with Konamiya. That's one of the things you see with Olivia, and that's one of the things you see with Yen Hong, the Light Sky Dancer, as well. Let's see with the... Just sticking all these damn Nat 5s in here. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Where are you? Widget. Okay, Widget's got the third skill. Recovers the attack bar of the ally with the lowest attack bar by 25%. Increases that ally's attack power for 1 turn. Passive. So we're passively increasing the attack gauge. Okay, increases defense and... Okay. So the reason I don't know that he should be necessarily this high, I think he should be 1 notch lower. Increases defense for 2 turns, because he's got the defense buff, right? So we're valuing defense buff really, really highly here. And the decreased chance of getting crits really, really highly as well. I think he's a little bit too high. I think Wedget is a little bit too high. The Light Horse. And then we have the Celia. We talked about Celia, she's OP. Removes a random beneficial effect granted on the enemy every turn, puts the enemy to sleep for 1 turn when the beneficial effect is successfully removed. And then she's got the sleep for 2 turns. So this is actually, I think she's super strong too. Celia, the Light Heart Magician. Gemini's got the speed leader. She's got a violent proc built into his first skill. These are cleanses. We're seeing a lot of these are cleanses. Light, what's his bananas? Light Panda Warrior, his passive. I'm just going over these skills so you guys know them. Also, so I can refresh my own memory. Effect of the attack bar increasing skills of both allies and enemies decreased by 50%. It throws everyone off. And then whenever the enemy uses an attack bar increasing skill, like Velajul or Bastet, who are high-ranked monsters in real-time arena, the Tianleng, the Light Panda, gets stronger, or he gets increased he gets increased attack gauge. That thing, you know that thing. You know that thing. Damn, Jamaica talking all the damn time. And he also has the removal of beneficial effects with the second skill as well. I've seen him in action. He does really, really well. Gemini, and we're seeing also, guys, strips and cleanses. Too long didn't watch. You're watching it anyway. Gemini, strips and defense breaks at the same time, and can also stun. Gemini is another one I always pick him for real-time arena as well. Always. I think I need to change up my build on him though. He's way too squishy for real-time arena. I like the runes. I like the rune set on him, but I think that he needs to be tankier because he'll get strong. Not too worried. I shouldn't be too worried about that. But I think he's a really good, and he's a monster that all of us have. All of us have a really OP. Look at this, really OP. It's S tier, real-time arena monster. All of us have this guy. All of us have Gemini. That did the Hall of Heroes. And why didn't you do the Hall of Heroes if you didn't? And then we see another one, another buff stripper. She does strips up to 3 with her first skill too. With her first skill, so OP now. Iris. She's got the passive removes beneficial effect for with a 75% chance with every attack. The first skill does 3 attacks to a single target and an attack to everyone else. So she's got a buff strip first skill. What OP monster is this? Oh my god. So good. So good. And I can attest to her being a very, very strong monster. I've used her on my China server account. That's the only one I have her on. She's a very strong monster. Yes, definitely. I gotta change my runes on her, but definitely a very strong monster. And then we have, what's his bananas? Amarna. Amarna's got the new, he's got removal of harmful effects on all allies, recovers HP, and skill cooldown. Oh, and revives with 30% HP as well. So revive, I mean, in this, I don't know if I personally would rank revive that highly in my book for this, but I'm not going to argue too much about the revives. And we see another dark revive here. Revive. Revive basically is just, we're trying to push it into the later. Like, we're trying to push it and push it and push it and push it and make the match last as long as possible. That's one of the reasons for the revives. Then we have, what else? So yeah, I see a lot of these being very, very strong S tier monsters for real-time arena, definitely. And what do we have? What do we have for the dark ones? The darkies. We have the dark Wang, Dark Monkey King, Dark Monkey. So we got the stun and defense break on the third skill, very strong. AoE stun and defense break. Defense break on the second skill and a stun on the first skill. If you need something to stun and defense break, man, there you go. We have Beta. Beta's very strong. She's a reviver. She's a healer. She removes beneficial effects. I actually think she's stronger than that monkey. Reviver healer removes beneficial effects and grants immunity and crit resist as well. Really, really, really strong. That Horus, I don't know if the Horus is... I know the Horus is really, really strong in arena defense. Super good. Really top tier monster. Amduat. Really top tier monster for arena defense. I would not maybe put him because he'll get extra turns, but what he's gonna do with him, he's gonna decrease speed and decrease attack gauge, maybe with them. But if your enemy is using so much immunity, I struggle to see him at S. S in arena defense, yes. A in real-time arena, probably. And then we have this Dark Sylph. You guys are like, what? Dark Sylph, what? I got him. Why is he good? Why is he good? He's good for the same reason Sonnet is good. We have, actually, a little bit different. Crit rate buff first skill, decreased attack gauge to 0, same as Beretta for the second skill. And then the third skill puts him to sleep for 2 turns sleep here. It's easy to skill him up because you can fusion for skills if you really, really need to. Let's see, how is he compared to Sonnet? I would put them, I'm not sure why they're so, like, not so far different, but I think I would put Sonnet a little bit higher than Ashubel, actually. I feel like that. I feel like it. I feel like it, but they're both very, I mean, that's why they're strong. It's crowd control. It's crowd control. So you want to remove buffs and crowd control, and then eventually win. And then we see the Cracker. I wouldn't have put Kraka this high. I can see why some people put her this high, but again, it's the revive thing. It's the revive thing. I just don't value it as highly as others do, I guess. So I know you call me a noob, whatever. Whatever. Fermion. Let's go take a look at Fermion's passive again. Inflict damage of. He's a defense-based monster. Ups for that. Inflicted damage decreases as the number of surviving allies increases, and inflicted damage increases as more allies die. Additionally, the enemy you attack will be provoked for 1 turn. Defense is base 878 base defense. He hits hard. But yeah. Yeah. We got the provoke first skill too. And we have a beneficial effect removal and a provoke. So I like the Light Archangel better. I don't know that I think I would put Fermion at A though. I think he's good, but I think I would put him at A. Actually. Personally. And then what do we have? Double S. There's even triple. There's so many S's on this list. Veligil. Okay. Did we go through all the S's? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Veligil, immunity and cleanse, 3 turn, plus he's defense-based damage dealer. Really crazy, really good. Okeanos, I know some of you, for some reason, chat likes to say Okeanos is trash. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay. Okeanos is a great monster. I don't know why they say Okeanos is food. It's like, why? Well, actually, they say all the sea emperors are food half the time. Yes, I don't know why. But Okeanos, he's got that transfer of harmful effect with the first skill. He's got the removal of beneficial effects and sets target skills to max cooldown. He is double S here. He is double S. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And he's got the Rain of Stones, AoE, crowd control, AoE stuns, and then attack bar increases after that as well. I think I would do Violent for him here with really, really high speed. And I would do, actually, I know he's an attack-based monster, I would do high defense on him, actually. For real-time arena, I would do high speed, probably violent, high speed. No, actually, I don't think I would do violent. I changed my mind. I think I would go swift, high speed, and tankiness. I think that's what I would do. Change my mind from violent. Change my mind. Maybe violent. I don't know. See, now I'm just comp choice given to me, and then I can decide whether I want to go swift or violent on. Because I'll never know comp choice until you give them to me. And then Veligil, of course, we talked about Veligil's amazing attack bar increase, immunity, cleanse, defense-based damage dealer, and removes beneficial effects with the first skill. He really is double S tier. Veligil all the way. And then Varad, oh my god, what a pain in the ass. Defense-based unit, again, defense-based unit, right? Does really good with the defense buff. Plus he's crowd control, he's got 2 crowd control skills. I would go, same thing. I would go probably really close to the same build with all of these, is violent at high speed. Really, really, really high speed for Veligil. Really, really, really high speed for Okeanos. Still high speed for Varad. Doesn't need as much speed though, because you want to make sure you at least strip things first, right? But so much amazing crowd control. Oh my god. Oh, I really want Varad. So much. Great crowd control. Attack gauge reducing skills and stun freeze. But you don't need to spare on him. I know he's got two AoEs. You don't need to spare. You go violent. Go violent with high speed. And that boy. Sean, and again, you put high defense on these guys. High defense. Then we have Sean. Not an attack build Sean though. That's the thing. Shen. Hold on. Sean. Yeah. Why was I saying Cien? God, bet Jamaica. It's not even late at night. Alright. Sean, he's got his third skill. His third skill is the stuns and increase attack speed and attack gauge. I would go super high on him, and I would go tankiness. I would go defense and tankiness. Super, super high speed though. He's not there to be an attacker. I know he says attack, but he is not there for real-time arena. He's really not there to be like super nuke. Oh my god, let's do it fast, let's nuke it. He's there, he needs the tankiness. He needs the tankiness for real-time arena. That's one of the things for him. Then let's see. But yeah, he's really good. That's another reason that like Marin is good here too. But we also have the attack buff, attack speed buff, AoE attack speed buff, and attack gauge increase with Shen. Let's find Lake Marin again. No, we're not finding it. Why are we finding Lake Marin? You guys, we already went over Lake Marin. We have Kitty, the Light Monkey, Dasheng. Monkey Dasheng. We got the stun on the first skill. We got the attack gauge decrease that you guys seem to hate about Shihao. But again, like I said, you know I love Shihao. He's not that good in real-time arena. I don't think he's that good in real-time arena. He's good for Guild Wars. You just gotta. Not every monster is good for everything in the game. We got the Giant Net, attacks all enemies with a Giant Net, puts them to sleep for 1 turn, decrease attack speed for 2 turns, and 80% chance each. I don't think he's a double S. I think he's an S-class monster maybe. But sleep and attack speed decrease. I think he's like high A, low S. I think that's where he belongs. Honestly. I'm sorry, not sorry. And then we have, what do we have? Light Archangel. Oh, this guy. Oh, I don't know how to use him at all. Defense-based damage, guys. Defense. You see all these Archangels rank highly because they do defense-based damage. They do beneficial effect removals with the first skill. So yes, and then he does a heal too. I've seen some crazy gameplay with him. Hekate, one of my friends on my account, uses him. I also have him as well. He is dangerous. I don't know that he's necessarily double S though. I think he's an S class. I would put him at S. I would put him at S. I wouldn't put him at double S. We got this this Desert Queen girl, Isis. Decrease attack power first skill. Removes beneficial effects with the second skill, puts the target to sleep. Really nice skill. And then gaze into oblivion. Because when you can strip him and then put him to sleep. Beautiful, beautiful skill. And then puts all enemies into oblivion and prevents them from using skills with cooldowns. For 2 turns, passive skills aren't activated in oblivion state. So it is Zyros, but also against passive monsters. I mean, she's top tier everywhere though. Isis is one of the best monsters in the game. Not too many people talk about her as being one of the best monsters in the game. Like, oh, P Isis. Oh, everyone's like, oh, I want a Zeratu. Dude, Isis is awesome. Awesome. Yes. Yeah, and she should be higher than Zeratu too. She should be. Then we have Sylvia. Sylvia just gives everyone extra turns. I mean, we know what Sylvia does. Well, and everyone that's been playing for a while knows what Sylvia does. But she just, whenever she combos with anyone, she gives everyone extra turn. She attacks, every time she attacks with someone else. Which is nice, especially on Violence with high speed. She can be really crazy. Double S though? I guess I would have to watch Scat in Scat Fetus in Real-Time Arena, which I haven't seen him do Real-Time Arena too much, but I would have to watch the okay. In my defense, I think she's good. I think she's definitely good. I'm thinking S class though. I'm thinking S tier. I'm thinking S tier for her. I'm thinking S tier for Artemil, even though Artemil's good. And I'm thinking lower with him though, because I think some of these could be higher. Some of these on the double S. I don't know if they really should be high. Well, some of these could be higher, but Sylvia, maybe I just watched some bad matches with Sylvia, right? Maybe I just watched some bad matches, but she's definitely a very good monster. I mean, we're splitting hairs here. All these monsters are really, really strong. We're splitting hairs, but yeah, those are the double S's. I think some of them are a little bit over. Like, I think he's a little bit overvalued. I don't think he's double S. I think he's a solid S. Maybe, I guess you'd argue that he's double S, but I still think that I still think Isis is stronger. Anyway, and then we have, alright, triple S, insanely strong and should never make it through the ban phase. So we have Hathor, awesome monster. Okay, so Hathor's first skill, attack break, whatever. Second skill, attacks an enemy, 75% chance to remove all beneficial effect, put target to sleep. Okay, same thing as Isis. We saw it very, very strong. Similar to the Okeanos as well, which we saw was a double S monster. We had no arguments there. And then we have this delayed promise decreases attack bar of all enemies by 75% chance and puts them to sleep for 2 turns. This is brutal, guys. This is phenomenal TOA and for RTA and anywhere. If you get Hathord, you are dead. If you get Hathord, that's nullifying 2 turns each for 4 monsters. That's 8 turns plus another basically 3 turns because it's what 75% of the attack gauge. It's basically, depending on how high their attack gauge is, it could be not that high, and then you really don't nullify any turns, but anywhere from like 1 to 3 turns worth of nonsense. So strong, man. So that's like between 9 and 11 turns that you are ahead in just a turn advantage to your enemy. It's unreal. Unreal. And then you have another super OP one, Ganymede. Super OP. He's got removable beneficial effects with the first skill, which we already saw was great. He's got great base speed, 113 base speed. Ventilate, single target Jameer, and then Seal Magic, which is basically Zyros, because cooldown, single target Zyros, and then half of Varad's skill too. So you're saying this Wind Fairy King, Varad, Jameer, and Zyros all in one. Some of them single target, but super strong. Definitely top tier. Definitely top tier. There's no argument here, man. There's no argument here. We have Julian. Light Vampire. First skill attacks 2 times, recovers damage. Second one, Noble Agreement. Strikes with a strong blow. Does a stun if it lands a crit. Deal more damage according to your attack speed and gets a crit buff as well. And then we have Immortality passive. At the moment of death, you regain HP by absorbing 10% HP from all other allies. HP can be absorbed from allies that are at 30% or lower. So he just doesn't die. I don't know why this guy's triple S. I haven't seen him in action. I don't see he shouldn't be. I don't know why he's triple S though. This is one of the things I don't get. Like, he's a good monster. I'm not saying he's not a good monster. I'm saying for real-time arena for triple S ranking, is he triple S real-time arena? And I'm not really seeing that he's triple S. He just doesn't want to die. So he's an attacker that doesn't want to die. We're not seeing like the real benefits. Like, we're not seeing the same as, like, we see why the other stuff is right. They have removal of beneficial effects. They have some kind of immunity. They have crowd control. They have reset skills. They have things like that. He's got really none of that. But he's a triple S. That's why this one seems very strange to me. And then we have, who else do we have? We have Gianna. Oh, another one. Here we go, guys. We got 2 left. Where's Gianna? Alright, so we got the bomb skill. She'll buff her attack gauge with the first skill. She got the bomb for the second skill. Then she got critical error, attacks all enemies, removing all beneficial effects, stunning enemies whose beneficial effect has been removed for 1 turn. So she does the best of both worlds. She's got the beneficial effect removal, and she also crowd controls as she's doing it as well. Yes, I say she's definitely up here. I say she's definitely up here, without a doubt. I'm not surprised to see Gianna in the top tier. And then we have Ragdoll. Big damage. He's got good base stats. He does big damage. Ignores defense. If your HP is below 30%. And then he also increases the attack bar of all allies by 20% if an ally receives a critical hit. So what does this mean? Well, your Varads and things like that. If you have if you get attacked with a Varad, and you are a Ragdoll, and that Varad keeps critting, and that Varad gets Vile Procs and keeps critting, your attack gauge goes back up. Same thing with Ganymede. If you have a Ganymede, and you keep accidentally critting, or maybe purposely critting or whatever, and you weren't expecting that Ragdoll to be there, that Ragdoll is going to keep buffing the enemy's attack gauge and nullifying what Ganymede just did, or what Hathor just did, right? So definitely see that. And ignore defense. We're seeing big defense buffs. Big defense, big buff in MDs. And he's got a defense leader skill too. So see a lot of crowd control, a lot of immunity, a lot of buff stripping. and defense buffs and ignoring defense skills. So, what am I surprised to not see on this list? I'm actually surprised that we didn't see Bulldozer on this list at all. Because if we're talking about buff and defense, and if we're talking about immunity, and if we're talking about ignoring defense, Bulldozer should be pretty strong. So I'm surprised we didn't see him anywhere on this list, actually. I'm surprised. Who else am I surprised we didn't see? Let's see if we can find some other ones. We don't need to search too much. I'm kind of surprised with a few of them that we didn't see. I'm not surprised with Dumatef and things like that, but all in all, I think it's a pretty good. Let me zoom it out. I know you guys watch this forever. Damn. So thank you to he didn't say I could use it, but thank you to Sam Swagson anyway. It is a good list. It is a good list overall. I'm not sure why some of these are some places. Some of them seem like overall like 85-90% of them like seem like legit that's where they should be. But some of them I'm like, what? So let's zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, so you guys can see the whole list in full. There's just a few that I don't see why. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is a long one, guys. It's almost 2 hours worth of video of Jubago talking. I knew it was gonna be long. I thought it was gonna be 45 minutes. I really did. I really did, guys. All right, hope you enjoyed it. Holy crap! Now I have to go like eat or something. I don't know, guys. Now I gotta go do some real-time reading. Yes. Also, thank you to Foi, thank you to Childish, thank you to Brick420. I was talking to them about this. Thank you to the guys in my guild, Third Kingdom. Also, I was talking to them about this to get their input. So, big ups. I think that's what you say. I think that's how you say it. Big ups. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you, as always. Hope you guys summon some of these this week. I'll see you, as always, in the next one.